Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on a Wednesday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go up to our friends up in Queensland. Of course, we're heading up to the sunny part of Queensland, of course, up in Townsville. Of course, speaking with the Hermit Park Tigers women's footy team. And of course, we've got two very special guests joining us right now to tell us a bit about the season so far or what it was in 2022. Thanks both for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having us. Yeah, awesome. Can't wait.
I'll get both of you to introduce yourselves and tell us what position both of you play on the field.
So my name's Alyssa. I'm one of the vice captains on our team, and I normally play like an on-ball or half-back role.
And my name's Ellen. I just play in the forward line. I'm a lazy forward to kick goals.
So how's the season going for the Mighty Tigers?
It's really good. We just had our last home and away game last Saturday, and we ended up finishing as minor premiers on top of the ladder, which is really good. So we have our first week of finals on Saturday. So we're very excited.
How's the preparation for that second semi-final?
It's going well so far. I think everyone's getting really excited and really pumped up. We're finally getting some good numbers at training and really high intensity. So yeah, we're really looking forward to our first game this weekend of final. So we're playing Curra, who we played in the grand final last year. So it'll be interesting.
Yes,
bit of rivalry there.
We lost to them last year, so we're hoping to get a bit of revenge this time.
So how did you go throughout the season against the Swans?
They actually got the better of us for the majority of the season. So we lost the first game to them by a point, I think it was, in really wet conditions. Played them.
A lot of players away that day.
Yeah, had a few players away. Played them a second time, and we got the chocolates that time. So we beat them by a couple goals pretty convincingly. So we were happy. And then we've played them very recently, 2 weeks in a row, and it was very close. They beat us both times by just short of 2 goals. So it's very close between the two of us. I think it just comes down to who plays the better game on the day. But we do have a few players back this week that have been away the last couple of times we've played them. So we're hoping might help us get over them.
Tomorrow, being minor premiers, is that sort of where you want to be at the end of the year and especially, going into finals?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think they showed us last year that we finished minor premiers last year and they still picked us on the line in the granny, but it's definitely confidence booster. It was nice to kind of finish the season and, do all the hard work and finish on top. So we're definitely happy with that, but we know that, in the scheme of the season, it still doesn't mean anything because we still gotta win the big one in a few weeks.
You mentioned about that rivalry with the Swans. There, of course, you mentioned, you played them twice this year, and obviously the grand final last year as well. What's with the rivalry between yourselves and the Swannies?
I don't really know much to do with it. I'm new this year.
I'll take it. Yeah. Well, they're actually like our next door neighbors. So we actually have both our clubs located next to each other on the same ground, both our clubhouses. So I think that for starters has kind of been a big part of it. And over the years, we've had players kind of come and go between the two. And I think that definitely adds to the rivalry. And I think just because we've been two of the top clubs for so long. So it's always us two up there most of the time. And I think, like I said, it's always very close. And a lot of people, we're friends with some of them. We know some of them too. So it can always get very, very heated. And, you always want to get the win over your friends or whoever you know over there. So, yeah.
Tell us a bit about your coaches.
Yeah. Okay. We have 2 coaches this year. So our head coach's name is Terry Whitwam. Had a bit of a difficult year with him because he works like FIFO work. So he's here 1 week, away the next. So that's definitely thrown a bit of a spanner in the works. But we also have an awesome assistant coach. His name is Brendan Fox. And he's been really good at taking over the reins when Terry's away. I think they're really good at a bit of a good cop, bad cop. So
that's a good way to put it.
One of them's always nice and enough, and then I won't say who's who, but the other one always knows when to come in and, pep us up and can give us a good, nice little chat when we need. But
and come finals, we'll have both of them together. So I think they'll work really well.
Yeah, no, they're a good combo, and they definitely, I think, have gotten the better out of us all this year. And like I said, they're good guys and they're very easy to get along with. So we enjoy them.
Is there a couple players in your team we should watch out for in the final series without giving too much away to your finals opponents?
Well, number one is Alyssa, sitting right next to me. She's an absolute gun. She got the best and fairest for us this year, so she's a massive up for us in our team. We also have Britt. She's new this year. She's had a bit of an injury the last couple of weeks. So she hasn't been able to play against Cara the last couple of games, so she'll be a massive inclusion for us as well.
We also have Ellen, who's just won the league goal kicking award, so she's kicked the most goals this year. So obviously she's going to be a really big weapon for us. And then through the middle, we have two absolute guns, Maggie Dwyer and Emily Harding, who offer a lot of hard contesting, really high work rate on the ball. And then we also have a bit of a backline specialist in Bridie Kippen, who is the absolute heart and soul of our backline and just directs all the traffic and keeps the ball from getting in there. So we definitely have a really good spine in our team, you know, from one forward end to the back end. We've definitely got those key players. But honestly, like everyone on our team, I've noticed definitely has stepped up these last few weeks and plays a very, very important role for us. Definitely.
No. Obviously, the Tigers have produced some amazing players over the past years, and especially I think one's actually currently playing down in Southport, who was there at the Tigers, Ella Williams. Am I correct?
Oh, yes. So we've had, Ella Williams. She's played for us last year, and I think she went down and played a couple games. I think she ended up getting injured, so I'm not sure how the rest of her season went. But I mean, even going further than Ella, we've had two girls in the last couple of years, Ellie Hampson and Daisy Darcy, who actually now play AFLW for the Gold Coast Suns women. We have a few girls in our team that are good friends with them. And I think it definitely shows that, you know, anyone from local level, if you obviously work hard and can get through the right pathways, like you can, end up playing, on the big stage with all the professionals. So that's really awesome to kind of see. And I think even Ellie's popped back a few times this season. I think she's good friends with Emily, and she's, watched a couple games. And I know Em gets a lot from chatting to her about, her experiences playing professional football. So that's really cool for us to have.
How did both of you get involved in footy, and why did you choose it?
Footy's always been such a big part of my life. My family have absolutely loved the game. My dad followed the Bombers, even though I probably shouldn't say that I followed the Bombers at the moment. Growing up with two brothers, just kicking the footy out the front, just absolutely loved the game. And I married my husband, who loves footy. And one of the reasons why we grew together is because we both love footy as well. So a big part of my life.
I'm initially from Tassie before I moved up here. So obviously down south, footy is really big in Tassie. Same as Ellen. I grew up supporting Hawthorn with my family. My dad was very passionate about it. I didn't start playing until I was about 22, so a few years ago, because I think growing up there definitely wasn't that pathway for young girls. So I had to play a different sport. And then I picked it back up, I think, also just for a bit of a social aspect. I hear there's a pretty wild social scene in footy clubs. And then once I got the hang of it, I just really enjoyed it. Loved making new friends, meeting new people. And I love the competitive nature of it. It's, definitely up there.
Well, good choice on your favourite AFL team then, Alyssa.
Good.
Okay, so
So, if you mentioned right at the start what position you both play on the field, if you had a dream position where you love to convince your coaches to put you, where would that be?
Oh, look, I think everyone secretly loves being able to go up forward and, kick in a few snags every now and then. I think sometimes playing like in the middle and the half back, I don't get to go up there as much. So I definitely take my chances when I can get up there. So wouldn't mind going forward every now and then. But
and all the previous sports I've played, I've always played defence. So coming up here and playing forward, I definitely see the glory that forwards get over defenders. So I already play forward and I'm not leaving.
So, Ellen, obviously you got the lean goal kick of the year in the competition. Out all those many, many goals that you scored throughout the year, is there one that stands out to you the most?
I was actually thinking this the other day, which is very random of me, but I really couldn't think of one. Can you think of any?
I think the last time we played Cara, there was one, and it was like the start of the game, and we had a bit of a link up, and she kicked a goal, and it was just a good one on the run. Gave her a good handball, and I think that really helped. I think it like kicked off the game. It might have been the first goal of the game, and I just remember it gave us really good momentum, good start. We ended up losing, but
yeah, there was a lot of fluky goals as well, though, I must admit. Like, one time I tried to pass it to the full forward and I totally shanked the kick and it landed right in the square and probably bounced 90 degrees into the goal. So we'll claim that one.
Yeah, she does take a good snap too. She's very crafty.
What have both of you learnt from each other on and off the field?
Liz, I've definitely learnt just her motivation and determination in the game is inspiring. I just wish other people had her drive for footy. Like, she's just amazing to learn off. Her skills, she's taught me so much, coming down, how to hold the ball, just everything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I say the same. I think working with Ellen too, like getting to be a midi this year and playing a bit more up in the forward line, just how important it is to like work as a group, like communication. I definitely think there's a few times like throughout the year where as I've gotten to play more with Ellen and I've grown more confident, like, and you know, I know she's an absolute weapon. I look to give her the ball, and I know that if I'm kicking it to Ellen in the full forward or wherever, having that confidence where I know she'll always just mark it and kick it. And I think that's been a really big element of our whole team.
Yeah, learning off each other and what we are.
Knowing our strengths and, you know, what we're good at. And like I said, Ellen takes a ripper mark. So I think
not as good as you.
I think it's just been good for this year, kind of finding our feet and working as a team and having really good cohesion together. And I mean, off the field, we've actually become really good friends this year because it was Ellen's first year to the club. And I think Ellen's taught me a lot, you know, how to throw back a few drinks and have a good time off the field.
Pretty good at that.
Yeah, but no, like I said, I think that's the best thing about footy, especially you know, women's footy. Like, it's so easy to meet so many great girls and like I said, become really good mates with them off the field, not just on the field.
What does the sport of footy mean to both of you, especially playing there at Hermit Park?
Honestly, Hermit Park is an amazing club. I've played at a couple of other clubs before, but I can, like, the culture that we have there, it's just amazing. Like, I mean, you had the same experience. Like, I was there on my first day and people were so welcoming. Everyone introduced themselves to me, and like, as you know, cliche as it sounds, it definitely feels like a family there. And I think, you know, for me, like, footy is just, especially footy in Townsville, it's a big part of my life now. I'm like, you know, my family, I know that everyone that's down there, when I go there, it kind of feels a bit like on weekends when we watch games and stuff, you know, a bit like being at home, and you just, you know, you can hang out with everyone and feel really comfortable. And they definitely have a special part of my heart.
Yeah, definitely. And like, my husband used to play footy down in Victoria, and there was never any girls footy down there linked with the senior men's side of things. So I'd always go and watch him play, but there wasn't really much inclusion for me. I always just sit by myself. But coming to Hermit Park, like, the atmosphere between the girls and the boys inclusive together has just made it amazing. Like, we have absolutely loved Hermit Park. It's been so good for us. Any
future ambitions in the sport of footy other than winning a premiership this year?
Well, I've played a few years now, and I'm always seem to be in the grand final, but I can never seem to win them. So I would really like
definitely a premiership.
I would really like it. 4 times the charm. So I'd really like to win this year. Earlier in the year, myself and a girl from our team, Bridie, we got selected to play NQ, senior women's footy. So we went down to Gold Coast and we played against the South Queensland girls. And I think for us, that was a really good experience to play at another level, especially from being where we are up here. So I think in the future, that might be something like, you know, a few of us could look at doing, going down south to, you know, Brizzy, Gold Coast, where they play quaffle, a much higher level of footy. And I think it would be cool to see how we kind of can compare with in the big leagues down there.
Yeah. I was going to say, mine is literally just a premiership. And probably winning best on a girls' footy trip, Cairns, this year. But in terms of footy, definitely.
Yeah, I don't think anything could beat a premiership, to be honest. Like, I think a few of our girls have won a couple on our team, so I think they're going for like their 3rd or 4th.
Yeah.
But we just really like to win one. Just one.
So what would be your advice to people up in the far north that should get involved in footy for next year?
I think a lot of people, especially young girls that I've spoken to previously, will say they're quite like scared or nervous of footy, or they, they don't think they'll be very good. But honestly, like, just have a crack. It is the funnest sport. Like I said, you meet so many amazing people. It can bring out a really competitive nature. Like, we have some girls that have never played before, and they rocked up to training, played their first game, and they're absolute machines. Like, they just mow through people, love to tackle. But honestly, yeah, just get involved and try it. I think that's the good thing about women's footy right now. We're in such a good time that anyone of any skill level can play. You don't need to have played previously, or you don't need to be the best player just to get on field and have a go. Get around each other.
Yeah, 100%. You nailed it. What I was going to say.
Finish off with the lighthearted questions, which is, who was the comedian, the best singer, and into their TikToks?
Singer, not you.
Oh, okay.
Gosh, I feel like I'm pretty good at getting into a pre-game hype. I love a good.
Yeah, you're
pretty
good
song. I would say like best dancer, TikToker, social media extraordinaire.
Definitely
Gab Dockray, who couldn't join us today.
Gets around it.
Comedian, who's funny?
I don't know. Someone.
We're pretty funny. Yeah, Ellen's pretty funny, or she thinks she is. I'm
definitely.
Gosh, our coach Terry makes some pretty I'd say pretty good dad jokes from time to time.
Yeah.
Always funny. But I mean, honestly, like, I reckon we're lucky in saying that we have, like, I know it's biased, but like the best.
Yeah.
We have a very good team. Everyone gets along. We all hang out outside of footy and at events and stuff. I reckon we all probably take the cake for the funny. We're pretty good.
Yeah, but if anyone else heard us, they would not think we're funny. But
we're funny.
Yeah. Pre-game superstition or ritual by either of you?
Yeah, I have to put my left shoe on first. I don't know why.
Also, you always wear your hair in a high ponytail. I've noticed that.
Yeah, but that's not really a superstition. It's just like I have to put my left foot on. I don't know what it is. If I don't, I have to take it off again and put it on. I don't know. It's just a thing.
I don't have like a particular one. I just like always make sure that I
always wear the same undies. Obviously washed.
Oh, yeah, I always wear the same undies and sports bra. Is that count?
Do you wash it?
I wash mine.
Oh my God.
But I mean, like, on the boring side, I always like make sure an hour before the game, like, I always eat a banana and like drink a Powerade.
Yeah.
That's not too exciting. It's not as exciting as undies.
Yeah, same undies.
Yeah.
Any pump-up songs?
Yeah, we love a bit of actually our team one is
yes.
Gimme like by ABBA, like, Gimme,
Yeah.
we cranked that one. We love that one. Honestly, we love
that's probably it. Yeah,
we love all the old and goldies,
Yeah.
Lizzo, bit everything. But that's our go-to.
That one's just on repeat.
Every game we always listen to that.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Any good nicknames in the team we should know about?
I was hoping you'd ask us this.
Well,
at the start of the season, I've never had a nickname, and then one day my coach started calling me Seagull, and I thought it might have been this cool nickname because, like, maybe, I get the ball lots or something, but basically it's because at our pre-season footy trip, we were having dinner one night and everyone like had bought a meal and buffets and stuff, and I didn't want to pay for dinner, and I went and just like picked up everyone's little buffet bowls and went and like pegged out at the buffet so I didn't have to pay for dinner, and I ended up getting named Seagull because seagulls are scabs.
Yeah.
And unfortunately
that stuck pretty well.
That's stuck the whole year. I'm now Seagull in our team. Ellen sometimes gets Giraffe because she's a slug or giraffe because she's a big, beautiful, tall forward, and they're not always the quickest or most agile. So
no. So picture like a newborn giraffe, like just learning to run for the first time. That's me running.
Our captain is, I won't say her age, but she's older than maybe like 38. I won't say, but she gets called T-Rex because she's she's
a dinosaur.
Old dinosaur.
Another girl, Jackie, she's play on because she always plays on in the game.
Yeah.
Doesn't know how to stop, take a mark, and go back.
So yeah, we have a few good ones. Seagull's definitely the worst.
Yeah.
Two final ones, which is, does the team have a fine system that goes towards this trip, I believe, going to Cairns, but I think someone mentioned that before.
Yeah, we don't actually. We probably should have organised that, but we don't have the fine system. Like if someone does.
Oh no, we do. It's just it's probably we didn't stick to it as well this year.
Yeah.
But I have a rough idea. I've been keeping track. So I suppose what do we fine people for? Anything?
Just stupid things, 50s and stuff like that.
Oh, we do. Oh, I don't know if I say, but if you don't kick a goal, the rule is you have to do a nudie run. That's our fine system for the season.
So it's a bit unlucky for the fullbacker this year.
Emma and I both have our goals done and dusted, so that won't be our problem. But there are a few poor girls that didn't get their goals in for the year. So don't come to Cairns later in the year if you don't want to see some nudie run.
I wasn't expecting that answer, but okay. Describe your team as many words as you like.
Amazing. Awesome. Funny.
Yeah, funny. Oh, look, super competitive. I don't know. We've just, like I say, got a really good bunch of girls. They're an outstanding group of girls. You always go to training, and I've had days when I don't feel like going, and then I get around the girls and they just
everyone's always smiling.
Lift up. Like I said, I definitely think we have the best group of girls in the competition. Again, it might be biased, but just girls that love footy. And like I said, those that are new and have never played before, like even they just come down and they give it a crack. And the girls that have been playing for many years, they're
so encouraging. Everyone, even the new ones are encouraging to everyone. It's amazing.
No, so definitely amazing.
Both of you, thank you so much for giving up some of your time to join us. Best of luck in that second semi-final against your rivals, Swans, and let's hope you can beat them to advance to the grand final, and hopefully you might hopefully verse them again, and hopefully beat them this time to reverse the 2021 result.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Will. Thanks for the interview.
No worries. And of course, if you want to get out there to the final series involving the Tigers, we'll put all the details up on how you can go up there and support the Mighty Tigers in 2022. There's more on the Smash Sport Show right after this. Don't go away here on the 10th year celebration.